Um, and the chat is up there as well. We are live on YouTube and we are ready for game 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Knicks Film School Watch Along on Playback. John will be here in a second. I'm here now. We're going to put this link in here. See if anybody else from Knicks Film School wants to join us. Oh, and then John's here as well. There you go.
I am here.
Okay, good.
I finished folding laundry.
Hey, guess what I was doing in the 25-minute gap between? I was doing the exact same thing.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, great minds.
Look at that. He's in a pod.
All right. So we're gonna do the TNT broadcast tonight. I don't care. I mean, I love you, Iron Eagle. Wait, that's just us. That's no.
Hold on. Let me see if we can do the MSG broadcast. Hold on. Okay, there we're good.
No, we're not.
I'm getting the other
Very
one up.
funny.
I'm getting the other one up. Don't worry.
No. Ian is amazing, and Grant Hill's really good too. So, but Breen is Breen.
Breen is indeed Breen. We and I don't even hate Tyler, and he was our he was on a T squared for the other game because they were playing the Nuggets game beforehand. So we turned the Nuggets game off and turned ESPN off as a result, which kept us on MSG for the rest of the night on Saturday. So
got it.
Hey,
Siege. What's going on, brother?
Mr. Zulo. I didn't know you were showing up.
I didn't know if you were coming aboard.
Hell yeah.
I didn't know until about 5 minutes ago.
Okay,
So
great. Yeah, I put the
happen.
link into the chat if anybody else wanted to join, and you did. So that
You
makes
got
me
the
happy.
okay?
Got the okay. Got the the things you got to do. Get those done. Now we're here.
Were you also folding laundry?
No, I was
No?
taekwondo, pickup, grocery shop, and the whole deal.
Who's learning taekwondo?
Both of my kids.
Both your kids. Okay. I will not mess with
Yeah.
your children. Sounds good. They're gonna be Power Rangers when they get older. Or they're gonna be like who's the 7-footer on the Heat? James Johnson is like has like a black belt as well. Okay, we've tipped off. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Shout out everybody watching on Playback. Bridges, you gotta take that.
Again.
Some of us took you to hit 4 threes tonight.
That there were about 4 great shots that were passed up on that possession.
Yeah, Cat specifically.
The Cat one was a really good one.
Oh, there's a Duren rebound, John.
Yeah, well, we saw that act last game. Yeah, don't love Brunson not taking a shot at the rim. Don't love Cat passing up the 3. Don't love Bridges passing up the 3. Did anybody else pass up anything on that shot or in that possession? 3 is enough. He's not passing anything up.
So I'm wondering if the Pistons are just gonna try to lean more into the Brunson.
The hunting
factor. You hunting, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So early on, you're seeing like a little edge by Detroit in terms of the intensity.
Okay.
Knicks are gonna have to match that quickly.
I agree.
Very nice pass. I mean, the Knicks, obviously, I'm sure they talked about that this would happen, but you know, to talk about it and to see it is 2 different things.
There you go, JB.
Great work, JB.
Great job.
Find him, McCall. Oh, okay.
I'm pulling for you, Andrew. I really am.
It was a home run swing, man. A lot of home run swings lead to strikeouts. Knock this down, OG. Oh, guys. Mikal Bridges!
Hey! That's worth 2 threes right there.
I'll please tell Fanatics. DJ Sofiono, we did the betting and sweating show beforehand, and we have to pick one home run swing bet. So anything plus 300 or more. Mikal Bridges to hit 4 threes tonight is plus 750. So it's like 7.5 to 1, plus 750.
Yeah.
So that's like, listen, if you think Mikal can get hot, you might as well pick him to get really hot.
Good job.
Yep. Right on.
I'll be back in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, you're good, John.
Yeah. Which he's been prone to do, right? When he really gets it going.
He's only hit 4 threes twice this year, and he did it like on the dot at 4. So
he only 4 was the max.
John said a thing. You're right that he's done it more than that. Oh, so since January something. It's like, what is it? Since
January
when?
25th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically over the last 2.5 months, Bridges has only hit 4 threes twice.
Got it.
And it was exactly 4. Oh, Cat, there you go. Good
Great
fake.
What happened there? It was a fake that did it?
Yeah, it was a fake handoff. Thanks, baby.
Yeah, DHO
he likes
kept
to
it.
get fancy.
My wife is wearing her Knicks Film School shirt, by the way. It's anybody that cares.
Oh,
she's awesome.
Hi, Ro.
Yes. John says hi. Playback says hi. She just gave me my dinner, my lasagna. So you can close the door. Thank you, baby. Love you. Okay, bye.
Did Mikal just foul to get out of that matchup?
Yeah, it was a really quick one, right?
It was kind of quick. There wasn't really much of an attempt there. I mean,
he fouls so little that it's almost like is it like on purpose when he does? Because it's such a rarity.
Yeah. Nice move there by Jalen.
Any indication where they go at the 5? Is it just going to be Reed and
I'd
straight?
bet on Reed, but who knows?
As a backup? Yeah.
It seems like he wants to be getting other folks involved here. Maybe a bit too concerted of an effort.
Mm-hmm. So have we seen a Cade like high ball screen yet? I don't think we have.
I don't think so.
See if we get our first one. Yeah, so this is away screens for him to catch on the run. Good work.
Who drew that? It was Jalen. Or no,
here.
It was Kennedy.
OG.
It was Timmy.
OG getting through it.
Nice. So we wondered which way those calls would go, you know, because you could call that stuff both ways a lot of times.
Get in there.
Oh, that had to go down. That had to go down.
Pretty.
For as good as Thompson is, he's like he hasn't figured out the rhythm of Brunson yet in terms of he's such a hard cover in space.
He sucks. What? Yeah, I totally.
I don't. I mean, is Jalen Brunson a guy who cares about bulletin board material?
Josh Hart. That's a foul.
Brunson push.
No, I think he was out of bounds.
I thought Brunson pushed him too. It might have been both.
Good job by Cat, like getting in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Different kind of moving and grooving.
Okay.
Good pass and a slip.
Oh,
and that was a clean block.
Okay, wow, clean block.
Good job by Jalen Duren there.
Like a lot of body, but all right.
That
was one Tobias Harris 3.
Yeah. Well, that was Hart just not getting back because he was on the ground. And they had to leave someone open. Good to see that.
Armand, you might have to watch on YouTube then if we're ahead of you.
It's a third Mikal switch they've gotten here.
There you go.
Hey!
Good defense. Still only 3
No.
seconds. Hey,
Nice.
Tim Hardaway
Everyone
Jr. is
falling.
due. Oh wow! Oh,
Dude,
Look what I
he made like
found.
3 or 4 crazy shots in game 1.
Yeah, please don't
He's
get in the
so
habit
good.
of that. I mean, look, the guy's one of the most insanely skilled basketball players we've ever seen. I just I don't want to keep counting on these shots to go down.
Yes.
But Duran was banking on him not wanting to take the 3 there because he was giving him room.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Man,
how was that not a travel? Oh, all right.
Beat the switch.
Corner.
Beat the blitz.
Great pass.
Good find. You got to hit those guys.
Yeah, they've had good chances here.
Mm-hmm.
Have they made it 3? No, right?
No.
And good looks. Good looks and good opportunities not taken.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's
barbecue.
what you got to do. That's
Barbecue chicken.
what we want to see.
This is where it's tough. Man. You get outside Brunson. There's just no way for OG to get back in there.
Yeah.
What a pass! What a catch too.
It's like
that was beautiful.
We're watching their offense, and you're like, the offense looks beautiful. It's only a 1-point lead, and it's weird because like the defense has not been. Well, let me ask you, DJ, has the defense been bad?
It hasn't been bad, but they've gotten Brunson twice, and I thought like going into the game they would just sort of like lean more into that, and they've gotten outside the Brunson hedge without Brunson slowing down the dribble. So it's like the worst case scenario because then OG is in catch up mode and Brunson hasn't corralled enough.
He has to slow him down.
Yeah, if you can get him to pick up the dribble, it's beautiful. But if you just get him to like stall a little bit and just you have to give the OG a chance to get back in the play. And it's been twice now he hasn't. And then
the 2
how many offensive rebounds
both led to points, which was annoying. Josh Hart falling down on a great defensive play, doesn't get back. Harris gets an open 3. It reminds me of last game, like where we were sitting here and we'd be like, they're playing well, and this is a close game, and it feels like they should be up more.
Yeah, I'll say the 2 things is Brunson not being good to start, and then they've gotten Cade switched onto Bridges 3 times, which he's only scored on one of them. Or no, he didn't score. He got fouled. Bridges actually held his ground, and then it was he actually
swipe.
knocked the ball out. Yeah, on the 3rd one. But I don't like the fact that they've gotten that switch 3 times.
So when you say you don't like the fact that they've gotten the switch 3 times, do you want them to not switch it, or you
have to switch it?
You have to switch it, right?
You have to switch it. But it's like if that's the game plan of like, all right, we're going to get Brunson in every action, and we're going to get Bridges onto Cunningham, and that's going to be 90% of how Cade is going to get in rhythm and get to some better chances. That's certainly a better outcome than game 1, where it was more conventional, Cade with a big screening, and then the Knicks, whoever it was, Towns or Mitch at the level, impacting things. So this is I mean, it's a good adjustment for the Pistons. And we haven't even seen Beasley yet, which is where it's going to get even tougher.
Yeah, I mean,
as a screener.
We haven't even talked about that. Why don't you think they start Beasley?
I don't know. I was listening to someone, I think it was Fred Katz actually, who did he pod with? Mannix. He was like, I love my 6 men that sort of change the complexion of the game. And that's sort of like how he votes. He looks at that as part of it. He feels that's a big deal. And I thought it was a good point. I think Beasley does change the complexion of the game as soon as he enters. And maybe they just like that and they can still close with him. So they just They want the advantage of the change of pace, and then you can play obviously enough minutes to close the game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's wild that
go ahead.
game. What were you gonna say?
No, it's wild. What?
No, that the game 2 pivot is let's get Mikal Bridges on Cade Cunningham.
It is. I know.
And
he's been. You know what? He's been okay to start.
He's been fine.
Maybe he's going to be good enough, and it's not going to matter. And the advantage is if it's a straight ISO, and the Knicks are not going to send help. Like, what is the ceiling on that type of offense? Probably not great.
They cannot send help. Like that would be disastrous.
I love the offense so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If ever you're if you're Mikal Bridges and you're waiting for something to get you to take it personally.
Mm-hmm. I got Beasley in.
Nice. I'll take it. So Mitch first sub in the game.
Great work. Get back in the play.
Oh, these freaking turnovers, man. Oh, silly. What? Come on.
Your conventional thing. There's no advantage with it. Great D.
Yeah. But again, that you live with that.
Live with it. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, so Paul Reed's in, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, I already missed a layup on one end.
It's the shot he was making early in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Do something with it here.
Yeah.
Tough
shot. It's a tough shot to end up with there.
Yep. All right, he's got going a little bit.
Yeah.
Scoring for himself at least. No assists, but he's got 8 now. 4 of 6.
Oh. Tough shot, though. Again, forcing him into tough shots.
Tough shot.
Did someone get a hand on that, or just
I don't think so. He just botched it.
There you go. Way to run the floor.
So Reed's missed a layup, and he's turned it over in his first couple minutes.
I mean, when they've passed, when they're passing and moving, it's good.
Mm-hmm. Hart's held up well in these last 2 days. See if he can. Seeing a lot of these shots, right, that we're just like, all right, in the grand scheme, like, how are they going to keep up the pace making these contested mid-range shots?
And they're going down.
They're going down now, right?
Yeah.
Clyde sound okay to you guys?
No, he sounded a little like he was under the weather on the game 1 too.
Okay. Is Brunson okay? Why are you freaking kidding me?
Call a block.
He wanted to call a charge.
He did?
It seemed like it. It's like he hesitated.
Well, be a hero and call a charge.
I feel like they've rarely overturned these.
No, that's a charge.
That's a charge.
That's a textbook charge.
Yeah, he literally plants his feet.
Yeah, that's such an obvious charge.
So do you think he's going to challenge it?
He should.
Has to.
I mean, yeah, it's 2 points. It's a foul on Cade.
Right. It's a foul on Brunson. Like,
I mean, I'm not as worried about the foul on Brunson, but yeah.
Right.
Here we go.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, I think you challenge it too because it seems like pretty cut and dry.
So, thoughts so far, Deej?
Let's see. Well, I mean, I like the Towns processing the game and obviously the advantage he creates. And you saw the difference in terms of the shot attempts as soon as he left. So he's gonna be, I think, the sort of guidepost of how this team is playing. I feel like they don't have an answer for him. I think they can actually make things tougher on Brunson. We've already seen some indications there. So I don't know if he's going to be at peak efficiency performance, but I don't think they have an answer for Towns. And I like Bridges getting out in transition, the back cutting. They've gotten 3 back cuts and they converted on 2 of them, but just the Pistons are aggressive. They're overplaying, easy counter, back cut, and try to use that against them. So I think the offensive, I mean, they've only scored what?
18 points on so they're, as Breen just kind of alluded to, they're 9 of 13 from 2 and 0 of 7 from deep. And the threes, I think they've all been good looks, right?
I mean, 2 transition Bridges threes, which he's been great at this year. Among them, Anunoby, corner 3. There was the one above the break one that you probably didn't love from Anunoby, but clock was running down. You had to take it.
Yeah, that's maybe the worst one of the bunch.
Yeah, so I think overall you're right. I think the processing has been good. It just feels like the offense is, when they patiently sort of work against the Pistons' aggression or getting good shots. Yeah, I think you just hit the worry. I think at this point is like Cade's got a rhythm, at least offensively.
Yep. Hey, all right, good, great.
Good. Okay. Why is Kevin tagging you?
Let's see.
Notice that Mikal is missing long now, whereas early in the season they were short. Any change you've noticed?
I don't know. In terms of the shooting form is the same. If you're referring to the 2 misses tonight, he's been much more comfortable on those transition above the break threes with the momentum. So he's not short on those typically, and that's been season long. So, it's also just like repetition. If he changed the form at this point, you would imagine he's much more comfortable with it. I do like how he's getting out in space and finishing. It's been nice. All right, so Deuce, let's get a little jolt of energy here. Cam. Give it right back.
That's the second aid. That's huge.
That's a great job by Mitch.
Great. No, it's Nick's ball.
Yeah.
Go that way.
So Mitch was on the wrong side of the screen. Cunningham rejects, and he's able to cover the ground and get back in front.
What did I miss?
Turnover by Cade.
Turnover Cunningham, yeah. How are you going to generate offense here without your stars?
No, this should be how. Nope. Don't like that.
Wrong.
And the tough thing with Mikal, the bigs are they're in.
Good foul.
Send it to the line. Yeah, it's a good foul.
Just during real quick, the bigs on these Mikal pick and rolls are so much higher than they were earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So he just isn't able to get comfortably into that 15-foot area.
Yeah, watching the tape because he's not going to make them pay. Because the way to make them pay is to drive.
Correct.
And he's
or pull up, driving. And he's not a pull up 3
or pull up.
Wow, they are really gonna have to search for offense here. I guess pace is going to be your no Bridges, no.
So we have
Cat,
Payne,
no Brunson,
Shamet, Deuce. Who's the starter out there? OG. I mean, last minute of the first, you figure you're trying to buy more time in real time than game time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's not
They've
going
shot
to
themselves in the foot a lot in this game so far.
That's not going to endear Mr. Shamet to the coach.
Nope.
There you go, Mitch.
Could we hold for the... No. Not quite. Oh, boy, did they get lucky.
So lucky.
I mean, when the starters were in, the offense was beautiful. The second cat went out, it's been downhill. Oh, here we go. So who sits? OG?
Yeah, OG sits.
Yeah.
Have they scored since Mitch came in the game?
That's a great question.
I'm looking 1 of 7 since Mitch entered. Oh, beautiful. Shoot it. I couldn't get it to him. Cat wanted it too.
Cam. I'm surprised they didn't call that a travel. There you go, Mitch. 7 seconds, guys.
They are a complete basket case right now. My God.
They're just all out of sorts. Yeah.
And this campaign regression game is like a little too on the nose. I mean, he can't even stand at his feet right now. Oh, my God. And they're only down 5, I guess. It's
Look, they were over. Breen just said it. They're 0 of 8 from 3.
And then the turnovers, right? I mean, how many turnovers there?
I'll look right now.
They fucking. Oh,
that was Payne?
And you've already challenged once. You're not going to want to challenge again.
No. Not at all.
I want to see a replay on that. Was that feet getting tangled or did he push him?
I mean, Schroeder might get fined for flopping.
He should get fined. That's brutal. And the worst part is the official doesn't call it until he goes. No, OG didn't push him.
I don't know what that was.
No, they called it because he flopped, and they had to find someone basically.
Yeah. All right. The 5 turnovers, but 6 for the Pistons.
3 turnovers by the bench.
No, I mean the minutes since Brunson went out have been common.
Yeah. I'm just glaring that the bench, you got nothing out of them. Jeez. So campaign with 3 fouls and a turnover after the heroics.
My Lord. That's a real stat.
That's a real stat.
In how many minutes?
In 2 minutes. The campaign experience.
Maybe I wasn't that far off when I
listen,
surmised that you might drop
games like this are 2-minute stints like this are how you get benched for the rest of the series.
So, first quarter, it's hard to complain about the defense. Gave up 25 points. That's good. Not making threes, obviously, is probably the biggest story. And then the turnovers and the general ineptitude of the non-Brunson minutes. Don't know if I would necessarily say that the Pistons have figured anything out on either end of the floor between the end of game 1 and this game. Obviously, they're going to some different stuff, but
yeah.
3 offensive rebounds for Detroit. They're overall 14-9 rebounding edge. Yeah. Anything else you guys got? I don't really got much else here.
You said it. They tried to survive a stretch without their 2 best players, and they didn't. So.
Yeah, I mean, the starters 16-15. So Knicks were, they're +1. It wasn't like they were, setting the world on fire on offense, but we all agreed the process looked good. Their shots were good.
So I guess maybe the question is, why do you think that Tibbs sat Brunson and didn't play him the whole first quarter?
So we're talking about 2 minutes.
Yeah, in those 2 minutes.
No, but did he think he could get an extra 2 minutes because of how well Campaign played?
I mean, the logic is sound.
And Campaign was just the exact opposite version of what he was in game.
But at the same time, Tibbs is not. He doesn't strike me. He has never struck me as the sort of coach to think that this thing went well the last game. Let me deviate from my.
Maybe there's also a hint of look how well, I don't know about say trust off of the sample of what OG and Bridges were over that month without Brunson, but he did have Brunson, he did have OG and Bridges in for that stretch too.
Yeah, I mean the lineup. Well, but the problem with all the non-Brunson lineups, if you take Cat out, it just makes everything so much more difficult on offense. And Cat obviously wasn't in there. You could, we could talk about, Campaign coming off the great game. Bridges had the, OG, both had good stretches without Brunson, all that stuff. But Cat was there for a lot of that, and he just opens things up. And he was not in there for that. I mean, look, let's hope it doesn't come back to bite them in the ass. But you don't love being down 7 after the first quarter.
Agreed. Let's key on just what the Pistons are doing, if anything, differently on defense. Focus a lot on what the Knicks are doing on defense. Doesn't seem like it's anything different than just play harder, play more aggressive, but we'll see. And Brunson on the bench still?
I would assume Cat is in.
Double big.
Okay.
Yeah, Cat's in.
It's not good enough, Mitch.
That's the whole point of double big is so that doesn't happen. There you go, Deuce.
All right, Deuce.
That's 2.
Maybe he gets that him going a little bit from deep.
I mean, just seeing the ball go in the basket.
Mm-hmm. Goaltend? Yeah.
Yeah, Deuce, you gotta be better there.
A lot of space to work with. You get the ball out. Nope.
It's not
That's not what you want. There you go, Mitch.
Okay.
Oh, guys. These are points you got to hit.
That was a little painful.
Pun intended. And now they're down 10.
Who got lost on the screen there? Was that Payne?
I missed it. I don't know.
I think it was Payne.
It's tough here. There's no rim pressure in this lineup.
Okay.
Hook shot.
That's it. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do that last time? That was weird.
Yeah, get to the middle. I mean, the whole idea of like doubling from the baseline, if you're the defending post player, you're supposed to keep him out of the middle, but you're not. You're giving up such a different size strength that you should still be able to get there if you're Cat. It's a good job by Deuce.
It was a good job.
Yeah, just be in his airspace. Easy.
Okay. Drew the foul.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's fine.
1 foul. 2 fouls. 3 fouls. I mean, Harris is trying to keep him out of the middle. He's just giving up so much strength. I would go to it one more time. It's a good job by Deuce. Get in the way. Now you have Brunson in the game.
Oh, Mitch.
Foul. There you go.
On the floor.
I don't mind that.
No. All right. A couple offensive rebounds for Mitch. They're really small, Detroit. In comparison, of course.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay.
Oh, I needed that.
Yeah, that was big.
Pistons bigs are gonna sink in. It's their natural proclivity.
Wow.
Yeah, it is too easy. Yeah, Mitch. You expect a little bit more there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, agreed.
Yeah, Pistons are playing hard.
Oof.
That's theme of
Knock
the season.
This down.
Hey!
Brunson! Oh,
Okay.
captain. My captain.
It's shout out Mitch too, creating that.
Yeah, saving that.
Yep.
Jeez, man. Just a clutch 3.
Well, there's your Pistons role player of the night. No. Don't know if we needed that one there.
There's a foul.
Cat, you didn't need it.
Yeah, there's a fouling Cat.
Is that his first? Second? First, I hope. Okay.
First on Towns.
That's important. Is this Hart coming in for? So are all the starters except OG coming back in? Yeah.
Which is interesting because now Cunningham is back. So this is a little chess match here. See if he goes right back to OG.
I mean, maybe. Hold on.
Here he is. Yep. So we knew this, but he's clearly matching minutes with Cunningham. You think Bickerstaff is trying to change up the rotation and try to get by Cade a couple minutes without OG, and that's an easy switch. Hard on Cunningham. I don't know if he needed to do that. Man.
I guess you didn't agree with it. Nice job by Detroit to come in here and again, like, not look like a young team right off the bat.
Right.
Like, give credit where credit's due. Still shouldn't be losing to this team by 10 points or losing to this team at all, but I respect how they came in here and played so far.
That's fair.
Knicks have not gotten to the line yet, notably. So that's it. Like he had to kick out to Bridges, and I wonder how much
wide open. What the hell? And where's the box out, guys?
That's unacceptable. That's the first truly unacceptable possession that they've had on defense.
Great movement.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Jeez.
If he's going to be hitting pull-up threes, that's an issue.
Called it a 2.
Yeah, whoever set the screen on OG, that was good work.
David, their screens have been awesome tonight.
Reed up way high.
There you go, Mikal.
Nice. Now don't give it right back.
That's a goaltend and a dunk.
Come on.
So Bridges
game on that.
Bridges has not shot the ball well from deep, but getting his hands on some of these balls to generate turnovers has been helpful.
The bail I'll shoot Mikal on that is nobody except Brunson has shot well from deep tonight. But I agree with you. Man.
All right. So I would not say that the Knicks are playing the cleanest game on either end of the court right now.
Anything jump out on you in terms of maybe the box score stuff other than, the Knicks have taken 11 threes. So, I mean, if you're looking at a volume thing, they've taken 3 more than Detroit. That's a good sign.
Yeah. And I mean, it is. And yet, like it does speak to their comfort level. I wonder always, like, okay, is it discussed ahead of time? Like, guys, if the threes are open, you got to shoot them. Okay. And it goes back to, do they have enough guys on this team who really want to take threes, who want to hunt threes as opposed to do other stuff? I think OG does want to and is comfortable taking them. He obviously hasn't made one tonight, but Bridges, you wonder if he's as comfortable.
Yeah, I agree with that.
6 turnovers for the Knicks. Only 4 points though from Detroit off of those turnovers. So that's a positive. Pistons are shooting the ball really well. 53%. Knicks are shooting
across the board, and they've gotten 6 free throws.
Yeah. And that's your game. Oh, which one of them is here? Is it Timmy?
Or both?
Here.
I'm assuming it's.
Hey,
It'd
Sean.
be funny if it's both of them. It'd be funny if it's both of them. Hi, Sean. It's just Timmy. It's just Timmy.
I think Zendaya is actually a Pistons fan.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Is she
from?
I saw
a picture of her. I saw a picture of her with wearing a Pistons jersey. Like yesterday.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It is.
Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah. Chat's lively over there. What up, Michael J?
My guy. Nobody has ever had better comedic timing
than Michael J. Fox.
Really? That's a hot take. I'm not saying you're wrong.
It's a 3-parter. There's the initial reaction, then there's the second, and then you think he's going to say something, but it's another pause, and then he actually gives the response. It's the response to when someone else says the line.
Got it.
Better at than Michael J. Fox.
Underrated movie, Doc Hollywood.
Oh, love that movie. Yeah. That's great.
It was a guilty pleasure growing up.
Yeah, no, I like that one as well. Who was the actress in that?
I can't remember.
I can't either. I don't. But
I remember the pig.
With the pig. He calls for the helicopter for the kid that has like an upset stomach or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, good movie.
Update. Zendaya is a Warriors fan. She's from Oakland.
Oh, all right, you're close. Detroit.
All right, so I was foiled by fake news on the
Fake
internet
news.
again.
Yeah, they did change
So they
it to a
changed
3,
it to a
by the
3.
way. So a timeout, and they got an extra point.
Just haven't seen the big screen for Cade much. I think it's been the
There you go,
biggest adjustment for
Josh.
Detroit.
There you go,
Great job.
Josh, and it's a foul.
Good
There
job.
You go.
Great
That
job.
on Star? Good job.
Let's go next.
Cat 3.
Oof.
Wow.
Good job by him.
Yeah.
You heard me talking shit about him this morning.
So he's been impactful a little bit with his movement skills. He got Brunson on it. He forced a turnover on the high ball screen and the block on Cat.
Them being 2 of now 12 from 3 is just it's mind-blowing. Well,
GB.
3 of
Woo!
13.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy.
You might hit your pick in the first half, John.
Which was what again?
Over 27 points for Brunson. 32 points.
Oh,
32
32.
points for Brunson.
That's
Leave a baseline.
easy.
Which one of you said it? Like them deciding let's switch on to Mikal Bridges is like a wild thought.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider where we were in training camp.
Oh,
How did it not go out of
How did he
bounds?
save that?
I have no idea.
There you go, Mikal.
How many
Another
times has
Bridges
Bridges
point.
done that?
Okay.
That's a
There
foul.
you go. It's a foul.
This game has not been aesthetically beautiful.
No.
My gosh. Yeah, he just opened up too early. Go right through the hip.
Come on.
But again, it's not like he's scoring these on OG. He scored 1 on OG. Just hasn't.
Yeah.
been.
I wonder if the adjustment for the Knicks is just we're not switching it across the board.
Man.
Man.
Wow. A lot of dribbling.
Yeah,
That's so uncharacteristic.
it is.
He's so solid with the ball.
All right.
So what are we seeing? We're seeing
See,
Cade
a team
running
That's not playing very well.
that. Well, yes, start there.
Yeah.
And then just the Cade matchup, a lot of him running into catches with momentum. So he's not in a standstill trying to beat OG. A fair amount of guard screening for him and trying to screen with Bridges' man to force the switch. Like those 3 elements have given him life.
Yep.
Cade already with 7 rebounds, John.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good job by you.
Yeah. Mikal, 0 threes, though.
Well, listen, that was fraught from the get-go.
Yeah.
So we got Cat out, I'm assuming for a breather.
I have no idea.
It's a tough lineup right now.
Yeah. Josh and Mitch together.
Okay, hold on.
You almost have to win it on the boards right now. Ooh, guys.
Yeah, he's just not at all a threat with the ball. Late. That's
Another
a late
late
whistle.
whistle.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 sec.
You know what it is? It's almost like they see 2 plays or 2 opportunities to call a foul earlier. I guess. On that replay, does he get him? Does he push him off a little bit? Yeah.
The arm on the hip.
It's a foul.
It's very late call. Like it's
Yeah.
it's contact. It being a foul is very annoying. But I understand my team employs Jalen Brunson.
They called it an OG?
No, they called it on a heart.
No, chat's saying
No,
OG.
it's an OG foul. That's his second. Okay.
All right. All right. So you're dancing with the devil now. You're down 13.
0 free throws. Still.
Daddy, Mommy says she's already done.
There you go.
Okay.
Such a grind. And they're showing so many bodies at Brunson, especially with this group.
Well, it's funny. They started out taking all those threes. No more. A couple of them don't. A few of them don't go in, and then all of a sudden, that's no longer part of the game plan. That's a great job. Whoever tapped that out, even though it didn't.
Okay, that was wild. What
Everything
are
is
we
wild.
doing,
The whole-
guys?
Wild.
It's absurd.
God.
It's absurd. You can't have that. That's not.
It's good defense.
That's the
Mitch.
stuff. That's the stuff that the young
Advantage.
team is supposed to do.
Advantage. No.
This guy.
Listen,
He also got hit on
no
the
hesitation.
jumper. Like he got hit on the three. That's
I
what
was
he's
on
yelling
mute.
about.
I literally just said shoot the ball. Like,
Yeah.
shoot the ball.
Listen, he's got more threes tonight than the majority of the roster. Playoff Josh Hart. Yeah, I'm with you, Mark.
Like there've been some good stuff from everybody, and then there's been some asinine stuff from everybody.
Mitch reaching.
Case in point, Mitch
Yeah.
has played a really good half for the most part. That was just really bad, and
It's also a very soft foul. It's
well,
a reach. It's a reach. It's just like it's right in front of the ref, so I guess the
So-
ref has to call it. But
and that was a foul, by the way, on
yeah,
Thompson.
that they didn't call that. Like he fouled him as he took it.
Popper tweeted about that. It's this is not a fair whistle.
Oh,
I don't think the
told
whistle was fair in game one either.
I was told the MSG whistle was generational.
Churl Bro dude is never going to live that down.
Yeah.
So, ironically, at the game yesterday, when Malik Beasley checked in the game, I immediately started calling him barbecue chicken. Of course, Malik Beasley's father is sitting in front of me, one seat in front of me, one row in front of me. But so we're talking about the officiating, and what he said was like, usually the team that brings if the team that brings the physicality first, the refs will usually defer to them. The team that sets the tone in terms of physicality usually kind of gets their way. And you saw yesterday, see it today, like they set the tone with physicality, and when you don't match it, then it's like, oh, you're not gonna. So I don't think the whistle is fair, but the Pistons have clearly, and which is no secret, that we're going to be physical, and they brought it from this for a second, and the refs are saying, okay, cool, let's call it both ways.
I think there is a more consistent, more relentless physicality with the Pistons where you could throw it back to the old Jerry Sloan line. They can't call them all. Like the way the Pistons are playing, it's like you're gonna call everything. And if you're not gonna call everything, then you're not gonna call anything. Which again, credit to them for that. The Knicks, they're not playing with that same level of universal or uniform physicality. So when there is something, it stands out more. I love Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is amazing.
Is he a regular or no?
No. Although I wonder who his favorite basketball. I wonder who his favorite basketball team is.
So he's from Kansas City.
He's from Kansas City, yeah.
So that's why he might not have one, So he's
I should be a
whatever.
I should be a Celtics fan.
Well, I mean, them are the Lakers. My assumption is that he's a fan of whoever gives him courtside seats to a playoff.
Yeah, but all of the beat guys are tweeting about how the free throw disparity is pretty ridiculous.
You're right. The beat is literally everybody is like it's been pretty bad tonight. But the fact that I guess the beat is doing it gives it a little more validity because it's like fans yelling about it.
The thing is, the Knicks beat is not one to favor the team. Like in terms, I mean, I'm not saying I don't mean that to come off the way it does. They're not like not favorable to the team, but they're not gonna like.
They're not shaking the pom poms.
No. That's just not a thing that happens.
Do you guys think the Knicks have pushed the envelope to where they should be getting whistles on offense?
That's maybe the better question.
I don't think they have at all.
Pushing the envelope? No.
There's enough marginal contact that the Pistons have gotten to the line with that. Like, Jalen Duren just got to the free throw line with his back to the basket, like right outside the 3-point line. Like if that's a foul, but Josh Hart's arm getting smacked on a 3-pointer isn't, then like it's not consistent. To your point, they're not being as aggressive. They're not going to the rim as much. But
12 of 12. And we have 0.
Yeah, but again, I don't want to make this half about that. Like the Knicks, even with that disparity, then there should be a tie game at worst.
Turnovers are bad. They
silly
turnovers, hit their threes.
Yeah, and they top locked that whole possession and took the Knicks out of it.
That's not okay.
And thank God this guy's got it going a little bit.
Yeah,
he's keeping them attached.
I mean, look, sometimes that's what you need. You're
100. You're right. And then you play better second half.
Yeah.
If we go into halftime down 5, that's a win.
I'll take going to halftime down single digits at this point.
Here we go, Tobias.
Bridges.
So
screen.
But now there's Hart and there's.
There we go. Ah!
Hell, Bridges.
Hey. Okay.
Hell yeah,
barbecue
buddy.
chicken.
Switch it.
Mitch, get over.
Yeah. He was there. He got
Good
there.
Work.
He got there.
Okay.
You'd probably like to see Mitch come up on that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Tips screaming out 3-second calls.
Oh,
damn.
The moving screen. Okay.
Yeah. All right. No, didn't really have him.
Need that.
One time?
One down.
Let's go, Mikhail.
All right.
Very
down
good.
5. Let's get a stop.
If they... I don't want to say anything.
Let's get a stop here.
Gave up the switch.
Fine.
There you go, Josh.
Good D.
Wonder if there wasn't an opportunity for... That's good help.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is what Andrew's talking about. If you're going to call this marginal contact, call the other side.
Jalen Duren is all up in Brunson's face in his landing area on that floater just now. And that
wasn't marginal, though. That's the thing. He trips him. They're going to call it. You can't not call that.
So you're saying Hart trips him?
Hart trips him. Yeah. I don't think he meant to trip him, but once you trip a player going to the basket.
Yeah, he's going to the basket. Fine.
You have to call it.
Okay, that I agree with you. That was a foul, but
now maybe Brunson got fouled on the one earlier.
Right,
we didn't see. You didn't get a replay on it, but I think the Brunson one was. I think you can go either way. That one was clear.
Well, let's say this: all of the potential calls that could be called against the Pistons, I think most of these could go either way calls.
Yeah.
And
know
none
what?
of them have gone the Knicks way.
100%. You know who's going to be fully aware of that in halftime? The officials.
Is it Sean agrees? Sean says you're right, but he didn't say it to you. He said it to the chat for some reason.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay. All right, down 6.
All right, listen. See, I don't.
There we go. I don't want you complaining about shit.
I don't mind physical play.
Yeah.
I grew up with the 90s.
Really, JB?
Call it both
Knicks haven't shot a free throw all half, and you're whining. God, I didn't miss you complaining about everything.
Please challenge that.
Although,
so is Clyde saying that the Knicks are like getting baited into a sort of game that they shouldn't be, or I missed what he said.
I missed it. He said you can't fight City Hall, but I'm not sure what that meant.
I don't know what that meant.
It's been a tough listen for Clyde in general tonight, so that's why I'm kind of ignoring the commentary. It's not even like his analysis is bad; just his voice is not the best. Man, make this and get a stop, and then you're down 4.
Oh my God, they should feel utterly unbelievable. Okay.
There you go.
Brunson just shoving him out of the way. Good job.
That's just good offense. Navigating
that might be his most impressive basket. Or he's going to get a shot off.
Oh, looked good, Mikal.
Yeah, I feel good.
You can't feel too bad.
They're not going to play that bad in the second half, and
you would hope
manage to get down 6.
Down 6, had a rough whistle and played poorly. Like you
I'll be
can't
back.
really ask for more.
And Andrew, 14 minutes from Towns.
Yeah, why did that happen?
I don't know.
Mitch
when he came out at 5 minutes to go,
up.
you thought he was going to come back with like 2 minutes or 3 minutes left in the quarter.
One foul, so it's not a foul trouble thing. I'm gonna text people I know on the beat. Why did Cat only play 14 minutes?
He might just play the whole second half.
If that's the deal, then fine. Why did Cat? That's growth from Tibbs then, that he's like, I'm only going to play him 14 so I can play him the whole second half. Usually he just play him the whole second quarter and the whole second half.
Right.
Kevin, where did Lindor's home run go to? Sorry, busy. Never mind. I'll watch it. I'll just watch it.
I went back and watched the rewound to see what Clyde said. That was referring to Schroeder complaining about the foul.
That Schroeder can't fight City Hall.
Yeah, Schroeder can't fight City Hall.
Got it. 20 for Cade in the first half.
So I don't know if I got it out, but I think if you're the officials, you're going to be fully aware of the discrepancy. And I think it's only human nature to be cognizant of a potential imbalance and maybe an overcorrection in the second half is what I would maybe lean on.
So just some numbers according to looking at the box score.
Yeah.
Here's your reset. 55-49. 5 of 16 from 3 for the Knicks. 2 of 2 from free throw line. 11 assists on 21 made field goals. The Pistons with 21 rebounds, the Knicks with 18. Both teams with around one has 5, one has 6 offensive rebounds. I mean, free throw line is really the difference in the game right now. The Knicks have 10 turnovers. The Pistons have 9. Yeah, free throw line is the difference in the game. Both teams shooting around 33% from 3. So, yeah.
And it was important for Duran to stay out of foul trouble. 0 in the first half.
1 center, yeah. Duran with 18 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, I don't get the Cat thing. It was odd. And the game one, he played 19 minutes in game one in the first half.
Interesting. Mitch closed the second half. What? I mean, look, the lineup they went with without Cat did cut the lead down for whatever it's worth. What? I don't want to watch Hamilton. I no disrespect. I don't want to watch Hamilton.
I'll be right back. I have to go walk the dog.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Would anybody like some trivia?
Yes, please. I'll do some trivia. Everybody in the chat, we're gonna do some trivia.
All right. So, as you all know, the other night the Memphis Grizzlies got absolutely bitch slapped by the Oklahoma City Thunder. A lot to little. There have been in the shot clock era, the 3-point era, there have been 22 playoff games with a margin of victory of 40 points or more.
Ooh.
Which team has the most of these losses?
Most of these losses?
Yes. Which team has 22 losses? Which team has the most?
The Hornets one of them?
The Hornets don't have any. Because
Chris Paul didn't lose?
Oh, wait.
They're the Pelicans.
Sorry. The New Orleans Hornets, yes. I was looking for Charlotte. They have one. Yes, they only have one. They lost to Denver in 2009 by 58.
Yep, that was Melo against Chris Paul. I remember watching the first quarter of that game. So it's the most 40-point losses?
Yes.
Is it the
in
Knicks?
The playoffs.
Is it the Knicks?
Knicks only have one.
Is it the
they
Sixers?
Lost by 41 to the Bulls. Nope. Sixers have one.
Lakers or Celtics?
It is not the Lakers, not the Celtics. PJ, your answer is incorrect.
Is it the Jazz?
They only have one.
Is it the Bucks?
They have one.
The Hawks?
They have one. This team has three.
Oh, my God. The Warriors?
They only have one. Grinding for good, incorrect.
Most 40, 3 40-point playoff losses. The Pacers.
No. 2 were in the 80s. 1 was this decade.
2 were in. So now I'm going to think this decade 40-point playoff losses. I don't think the Cavs.
The Jazz are incorrect.
I don't think the Cavs have any this decade. I'm just going to pull up the list of teams. See if anything jogs my memory. Because what I'm going to do is try and think of 40-point losses. So this decade being like since 2020.
Yes.
Funny.
Memphis has 2 of these losses, and Ja Morant and Desmond Bane were in both of them.
40-point losses this decade. Well, Sacramento's barely made the playoffs. You just said Memphis has 2, right?
Yeah. Grinding for good, incorrect.
It's not the Spurs. They haven't made the playoffs this decade. It's not the Pelicans. They've only made the playoffs once this decade.
The
Phoenix Suns.
Incorrect.
But they lost that game that everybody makes fun of Chris Paul for.
Yes, but there wasn't 40.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's not Minnesota. We already said not Lakers, not Celtics. Okay. It's not Brooklyn.
Do you want a hint?
No, I'm almost there. It's not the Miami Heat. It's not the Magic. It's not Charlotte. They don't make the playoffs. It's not Washington. They don't make the playoffs.
The Bullets have one from 1987. They lost to Detroit by 43.
The Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, the years that Jokic didn't have a co-star. They lost by one. By one of those games, they lost by 40.
That's actually not correct.
Really?
They're the 140-point loss. Last year, they lost Game 6 to Minnesota, 115.
That's right. They lost by 100 points. That's
Yes.
right. Okay, that's fair.
So, yep, that's it. Denver has 3. Houston has. Oh, Houston has 3 also. I didn't realize that. They have 3.
I could have said the Pistons. I could have said them and been right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But they have 3. Memphis has 2. Boston has 2. Dallas has 2. No, yeah, Dallas has 2. Milwaukee has 1. New Orleans has 1. Knicks have 1. Philly, and then Philly, Phoenix, San Antonio, Utah, and the Bullets have 1 each. All right. I am going to go put my son to bed. If he cooperates, I'll be back for the 4th quarter.
Yeah, same here. Not my son to bed, but I'll be back for after halftime, folks. We'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Giddy up. Very gettable game here. Good for him. Good. I was about to say, let me guess. All the players that played had a plus minus minus. Need a big OG defensive half here. I actually disagree with that. I think he came out with the mindset to pass, and it just wasn't going very well. Hello, Deej.
Hey.
All right. Nice reset here.
That's not going to get it done.
No, it's not. It's not. Don't stop playing to seek out the contact.
Correct. Throw this ball out and get a post up.
What are you gonna do?
All right, do it this way.
Except. Okay.
You got your switch.
A little deep.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to switch at that point in the clock. That's too easy. I mean, that's what you get when you switch.
Yeah, and they switched that exact play in game one, forced to miss.
Yeah.
But to your point, it was a tougher contest.
Yes. Well, feel a little flat here.
Crowd, team.
Crowd, team. You know, this is the opportunity here. You let the Pistons get some confidence to start this game. I don't love that. Get that rebound.
Hey, that was a great job by Cat to wall up.
Hey. That's big.
They might review that one, but let's see. There's your switch. Look where Hart is positioned.
Now he moves back.
Oh, they're doubling. Okay.
What do you think of that?
Smart double with its back turned, he's not able to see the pass.
You mentioned before that three, Cat sealing off or walling off Oh, come on. Come on.
Push them. Really?
What?
Yeah, had to be
What
a foul.
the fuck
Thank you.
would that be if I mean come on.
Yeah, that whoever that official closest did not call it a foul.
My Lord. Yeah, Bridges is now turning this into a very high quality game for him.
Yes.
Saw that one coming, but he got the foul. Okay. All right. That's disconcerting. I mean, is that a foul?
Who knows?
The fact that I wasn't sure they were going to call it.
I know. Bridges 16 points on 11 shots and about 4 or 5
steals or 4 steals.
Yeah, hustle play, steals.
He had 3 steals in the first half, so.
All right.
Okay. Willing switch?
Yeah. No, they're going to live with it.
And now so it's going to be Hart with the help because, oh, no, that's not winning the closeout. But, like, I know the initial shot got missed, but the convergence on the drive, because the closeout was so poor, is part of the reason why that offensive rebound happened.
Yeah. And if you're the Knicks, you're probably coaching, and I think he did a couple times, Brunson or whoever closed out on that, just to run him off the line to give up the mid-range look. But yeah, to your point, they probably overhelped in that sense.
Okay, that's fair.
It's hard to know, but if you're Brunson, you're probably better off with the contested 15-footer versus a open 3.
That's fair. Good point.
Tough.
Very tough shot. Make this, please.
Game.
Yeah, he's doesn't have it tonight, it seems like, on offense.
That's going in.
All right, they're getting some the shooting luck they didn't get in game
Brunson.
1. They've gotten it here. Is that shot altered a little bit by the rear contest?
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe.
You feel it. I think so.
That's a foul.
Man, they've had chances. I mean, speaking of running guys off the line, the Pistons are doing a good job running the Knicks off the line.
4 shots, Brunson, 1 Towns here to start the third quarter. You got to get him involved.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of Brunson.
Yep.
It's a lot of Brunson. And I didn't think the amount of Brunson shot attempts in game 1 was worth being critical of, because I really liked a lot of, we were watching them. We liked a lot of the looks. This one, you could argue it's a little bit too skewed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially when Bridges has it going. Although, as we talk about, it's like the notion of, like, you got to get Bridges involved is sometimes tougher than it seems.
Well, here we go.
There's Bridges.
Okay.
Not a great shot, but that's like his shot. That fading away mid-range.
But it was
there you go, Cat.
Yeah, someone's got a
3 seconds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Really?
You got to be kidding me.
Somehow that ended up with 2 points for the Pistons.
How? Yeah, it's a Tom Thibodeau phrase, multiple efforts. Yeah, so be desperate in return. Man, I was about to say heart spin everywhere.
That's Brunson.
And one. Why wouldn't it count?
Why wouldn't this count?
I don't know.
Oh, it's an offensive basket interference. That's what happens.
Really?
So, I guess
Because
no,
he
I don't
touched
know.
the rim?
Does he touch the rim and then the ball goes in?
Don't know.
So then it's, I don't know. They're going to look at it?
Well, either way, this is a big-time response for Detroit here.
Yeah.
You know, you had it to 57-52. And actually 57-53, I think. And now it's a 5 little. I mean, but if in this game a 5-0 run feels big. Yeah, great. I don't know that I'm feeling great about this game right now, based on what we've seen here early in the third quarter. I would have expected something a little bit more, a little bit different for them coming out of the gate. And we haven't really gotten it.
So that'll be a flagrant.
You think?
He doesn't make a play on the ball. He's pushing a player in the air. No idea if what they're gonna count in terms of a shot. But yeah, to your point, I don't feel good about any of this right now.
Yeah, the Benji just tweeted about the Knicks have collectively forgotten how to pass. Is that the biggest culprit? They're just not moving the ball enough?
Well, I think it starts with how much they're shrinking the floor. I think that's, and they were passing early. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. PJ Tucker trying to fire up the troops over there. So you're saying shrinking the floor, do you think that's a self-inflicted wound to a certain extent because they're not taking threes, or something else?
Well, I think it's the heart. They're probably. I think they're being more aggressive with how far off they're playing off heart. So they're whatever side the action is on, you have an extra defender there. That's probably the biggest culprit. But also, I mean, I think it's just more of a imbalance with how Brunson is playing. And he has to start with him.
Has to start with him moving the ball a little bit more.
Because he got it going a little bit. So I think he felt like, especially in that second quarter, like he was going to have like a big night.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's always those are two big misses.
Yeah.
And it's always about like how do you balance scoring with trying to get your teammates involved.
Yep.
It's tough in the half court though when you're going to have Hart in the lineup. It just against a really aggressive team.
So it feels like they haven't gotten much out of bringing him into the action. So that really hasn't worked. And he's trying to obviously crash like a madman to get himself involved in that way. And that really hasn't yielded much.
Correct.
Can't have that. Nope. That's just not good enough. You can't leave two in the dust.
So they're so disjointed. That was a floppy for Brunson to pick the side he wants to go off, and the stagger away with Towns and Anunoby wasn't set. So he couldn't even make the choice. He had to go to the hard side because Towns wasn't set to set the screen on that side.
Well, Paul, don't lie. Man, I don't know. They seem like a team in their heads right now.
See, Cat wasn't ready for. Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
So I think Brunson flopped there.
They're gonna call that a flop. I don't know if they're overturning that.
So it's 9-4 in this third quarter. Pistons have 12 rebounds to the Knicks 5, including 5 offensive rebounds.
5 offensive rebounds so far in this quarter?
For the Pistons, 5 second chance points.
Okay, so 64-53. And you said the overall rebounding advantage is 12-4?
It's in this quarter, it is
12 to
I just had it. Yeah, 12-5. 5-1 in the offensive rebounding category.
Yeah, it's just like it should be the other way around. If you're the team that's down in your building at halftime, should not be 12-5 in the other direction. That's a big problem. And yeah, they're just not generating good offense. Would you pull Hart for a shooter? And if so, who? Because that's the other problem. I'm not sure there's a great answer right now.
And then the trade-offs. You're already we just talked about the rebounding, right? And then you're going to take your second best rebounder off the floor.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it has to be Towns. You got to get him into the flow of this game because he is just not. There's nothing he's doing right now that's impacting on offense.
It's one shot for him this third quarter.
Yeah, like and he's had opportunities here with mismatches the entire night. So what can you do to? I mean, we saw it against the Celtics in the third matchup. Like he can give you sustained offense against mismatches.
Yep.
In the post.
Yep.
And on a night like this, when you need to stay attached here to the fourth quarter. I mean, I don't know if there's another better option. I think what's hurting overall is how aggressive Detroit's being on Brunson in terms of these ball screens. So it's almost like it's the same issue as what Detroit had in game 1, where Brunson is not able to get much daylight. And he's certainly not able to get into the paint, more specifically the deep paint, to sort of get the drive and kick game going. So you're not getting this like wholesome array of offense from Brunson. When he has scored, it's been isolation and some tough shot making and some threes off movement. But in general, like the hot ball screens have not been the source, and that's going to be tough if that's not going to be there. And what are your other options? I think Cat scoring in the post has to be part of the answer.
Yeah, it has to be. And like, let's be honest, they could be down by 20 if the Pistons had hit outside shots.
Yeah, like Hardaway, he's missed like 4 threes in this quarter.
I mean, it feels like everybody on the Pistons has missed good looks from deep. Like they can, and that's what I'm worried about is the Knicks make their push somehow and they get this thing back, and then the Pistons actually finally hit some threes. Well, they tried to get Cat involved there.
And it started with a Brunson paint touch. He just didn't make the right read.
Or it was just the pass was off.
Or the pass was off, yeah.
Yeah. Nope. And that's why you don't take Hart off the floor. What is going on?
Oh man,
Turning
there's no room for him for Brunson to operate.
Yeah, but there's like again. So Hart got the great steal by Hart, and then all the attention goes on Brunson, and is he reacting well?
The answer is no. No.
No, this is like suddenly kind of turned into not a good Brunson game. I mean, and his stats right now, I think would reflect that.
Yeah.
6 of 16, 17 points on 16 shots with 5 turnovers. That's an atrocious Brunson game with 4 assists. And yeah, like you said, they're shrinking the floor. Okay. It still has to be better. I mean, we talked about it the other night. By the end of the night, we were talking about, okay, great Cat game. Really good OG game. Obviously an all-time campaign game. Turned into a really good Brunson game. Who am I forgetting? Someone else. Good Mitch game.
Right.
Tonight, who would you say is having a good game? Mikal Bridges?
Yeah, Bridges. Is that the only one? He's the only one.
Yeah, I don't know that you could look at anybody else and say yes. Man. You know how many rebounds Cat has in this game?
I don't want to know.
It's 3.
Yeah, and I feel like just on that last offensive rebound chance, it seems like these contested rebounds, which he's been like elite all year, he's not able to corral them.
Yep. Yeah. Meanwhile, Duran with 9 boards. Right,
Duran with 9, Harris with 9, Cunningham with 9.
Man. Yeah, you shouldn't win a playoff game if you're getting out rebounded by double digits. And they are. Those 3 guys that you just mentioned have more rebounds than the Knicks as a team.
Well, beyond the free throw thing, that's the biggest story, probably.
What, the rebounding and the physicality?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, and then the sloppy play in the first half. But
this is without Stewart too.
I know, but I don't think we should deviate from what you kind of started, what you've been talking about in this third quarter here, which is there's no opportunities for the Knicks to get easy. It doesn't feel like there are opportunities for the Knicks to get easy shots, or if there are, they have not figured it out.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm gonna go to clean the glass, see if there's if they have their half court efficiency up there, because it feels like they've actually been decent in transition, at least when they've gotten out and run.
The Knicks, yeah.
So in the half court, 75 points per 100. 6th percentile.
In transition offense?
Sorry, in the half court.
That's in the half court? Oh, so
in the half court.
I don't think that's good.
No, that's shades of Cleveland, Miami 2 years ago stuff when they couldn't score in the half court.
All right. I mean, it's you don't have a lot of time here. That was a clean look. You're getting the Pistons are not hitting threes.
Nope. Look where Reed is.
That's just a bad miss. One for 11? Jesus Christ. And it's an 11-0 Piston run?
11-0.
Yeah, but this is playing into their game plan.
Listen, I think you got to give so much credit to how Detroit's.
Oh yeah, Detroit gets all the credit in the world.
Yeah, just making it so tough on Brunson specifically, like the way that now Schroeder's gonna do the same thing.
But if you are the veteran team, oh my God,
this is their second challenge.
I think so. You know what? If nothing else, this might help lull this crowd to sleep because they're probably already getting a little lulled to sleep by how this game's gone. I'm trying to think when's the last time we've seen a Knick home playoff game go quite like that. I mean, Game 7 against the Pacers last year was just like
it was different.
It was very bad.
I mean, Miami Game 1, you were actually in the game 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was my first thought, but you were in the game. I mean, you got to go back to
the Indiana series, 13.
No, the Hawks series probably game. I was at Game 5.
Okay, yeah.
Game 5 was not close.
Right. Yeah, I've removed that series from my memory.
But it was. You know what the difference there though is it was. Things were leading up to that because of how things had gone in Atlanta over in games 3 and 4. So you got to Game 5 and you were maybe hoping for some sort of turnaround out of nowhere, but it was very clear that the Hawks had figured things out in that series, and the Knicks just did not stand a chance. This is a little. I don't want to is this out of the blue? Having watched this team all year, I could sit here right now and I could say this doesn't feel out of the blue for me watching how they played tonight.
No, a team that the Knicks are playing being more physical and more aggressive, and let's see what they. Not going to make the call. This doesn't feel completely out of the question. I mean, this is why, I thought that this would be a long series.
Thought it'd be a 6-game series or 7-game series. Excuse
7.
me.
Yeah.
It's very just the Knicks have not responded really to anything the Pistons have thrown at them tonight. So the Knicks are in the bonus here with 5 minutes left, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point. The way that they have just kind of gone out of any kind of offensive flow or attempt at an offensive flow. Not that that's been easy to find it, but to seek the contact.
Yeah.
And to seek fouls.
I'm just so surprised at how quiet Towns has been.
So he had a great opportunity on that last look.
Yeah. Just grinding.
Yeah.
Stay up.
That's Knicks ball.
That's ours.
There you go.
All right.
Good
job by Mitch. Stay attached there.
I can't be too mad at Josh in this game. He's given everything.
Yeah, his effort and energy been phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's what he allows the defense to do for the Pistons. That's the problem, but let's see. Out of your element.
You can't start the worst thing. The playoff inexperience to me, the clearest sign of it is when you start trying to do stuff that you didn't try to do at all during the regular season. And that's okay. Good job by
Bridges
JB.
in the corner.
Got to make it.
Oh, that was big.
Ooh, that's big. Okay. Stand up. Stand up. Hold your ground.
Good job.
Get that board. That's good. That's good, D. Okay.
Jesus. How did he get that out?
Ah,
I wanted that one.
I know. Okay, come on, keep the momentum. That would have been good if Bridges could have hit that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
This is tough here. Hook.
Offensive foul.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's a foul.
Good call.
Right. Yeah. Well, he wasn't. Be ready to with the pass. Be ready. Oh. Oh. That felt big. The Bridges one felt big. That's a hell of a shot. That is a hell of a shot.
Couldn't defend it better. You're right. So good.
Can't defend that better. All right. Well, at least you're going to get free throws here. I mean, I'm just going to say right now, with under 2 minutes left in the third quarter, the Pistons should not lose this game.
No, absolutely not.
No. So something we haven't mentioned, at some point, some subs are probably going to need to come in.
Right. We've only had Mitch, right?
We've only had Mitch.
I thought Deuce was at the scores table. Oh, here he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, there he is. So who did he come in for? I'm assuming Hart.
Yes. Can we get a deuce 3? They'll stop here. Deuce 3, get this under 10. Here's Beasley running off floppy.
I don't know why Deuce went over to help so aggressively.
Yeah, I think it's just you're petrified of the shooting, but you're right.
But Bridges maintained contact.
Yeah.
This is not okay.
They're into the ball, and the Knicks have a lot of poor ball handlers right now beyond Brunson.
I mean,
I wanted a deuce 3. I didn't think I was getting it like that. Let's get a goddamn stop and let's go.
shit. I mean, look, sometimes you need to be lucky. Wow.
No, it wasn't.
No, was it? That. I hope that winds up mattering so much. That would be so wonderful. All right, 2 for 1. Needed that. Needed that. Needed that.
All right, and you get the final shot.
1. Oh yeah, but yeah. Use it selectively. It's gonna be now. They get the last shot.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. No, it's off yeah. Almost a great defensive play by
big stop here. Big.
Need it. And they
okay.
Could have. Yeah, I was about to say, I actually agree with Clyde there. I think you probably could have. Well, but then you don't want to risk. Because if he waited for him to go, then yeah,
I mean, it's a hard one.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right, you got 5 defenders on the floor. Well, that wasn't smart. Did he actually foul him?
Seemed like he had a hand in the chest area on the drive, or maybe 2 hands on him.
I don't.
See. That's tough because you've been allowing that all game.
Yeah, like, how do you, if you're playing in this game, how do you know what is a foul and what is not a foul?
Yeah.
What walling?
Yeah.
All right.
That's tough. The left hand is where I think you have to call it, but
all right.
It's to your point. I don't think any player on the floor knows what's going to be allowed.
Okay.
You stayed connected, right? You didn't let the game get out of hand. You were down 15, going into the 4th, down 8.
So notably, and good job by Steve Jones pointing this out on Twitter. That Brunson bucket, like, they had spacing.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, still tough fall away from, but yeah, he had a little more room. That's fair.
All right. I mean, you're down 8 in a game where the team that you're playing has shot. I'm going to guess they're shooting about 25% from deep. Excuse me, 20%. They're 4 of 20. So you have gotten all the shooting luck in the world from deep, and the Pistons are going to make some threes here in this 4th. I hope they don't. Obviously, I would assume they do. The 22-6 free throw discrepancy, we've talked to death about that. It is what it is. 37-26 rebound discrepancy. That's obviously concerning. 3 more turnovers in that. So 13 turnovers for each team. The Knicks just have to win the turnover battle. Like, they can't draw even there. They have to turn the Pistons over more than the Pistons turn them over. And they have to draw even on the boards. So
yeah, and they defended well in that 3rd quarter, held the Pistons to 20 points. Cade scored, but it wasn't like he was picking them apart passing.
Yeah.
So I think I've said it a few times. I think Towns has to be a big piece of this. And what does that look like? And you talked about, some of the shot making in game 1, game 2, probably not sustainable in terms of like the difficulty.
I mean, that the shot he missed against Harris, the last shot before he went out of the game, that's the easiest shot attempt he's had
Right at the rim
in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but he's taken 11 shots. He's 5 of 11 for 10 points.
But it's been sort of it hasn't been every big game, but there's been games, the Cleveland game early where they can't get him involved. And
that's on everybody. That's on
Towns,
everyone. And that's on the players. It's on the coach. It's on everybody.
Do they get the ball to start? I missed the tip.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do. What did I say? 37-26 rebounding?
Yep.
Well, I don't feel great about this. I love the push that they made there at the end of the third. Some grit.
Mm-hmm.
You'd hope they show that. All right, so Brunson in the game. So we got JB, we got Deuce McBride, Hart, and then the double bigs.
Yeah.
Interesting lineup.
I don't remember seeing this lineup.
I don't know that we've ever seen it. Whew.
All right.
How did he miss that? They have, oh, yeah.
So they just went 5 out and let him cook.
Except Hart and Mitch are both in the game. But
but they literally were 5 out. And, the Pistons did.
Can't miss those. Can't miss the free throws you do get, guys. This is interesting. Brunson and Cat and Mitch and Hart. And we definitely have not seen this lineup this year. Double check, but I would bet money on the fact that we have not. That said, I don't hate it. So it's too easy there. Like, you don't want to, like that guy, if you're going to give him a wide open 15-footer, come on.
All right. Second time they've just gotten this switch.
What is Mitch and that wasn't close.
So now they're switching this after giving up the open midi.
Yeah, how does that happen? Oh my God.
Putting the bigs in and having to navigate a screen. I mean, I don't think that was a foul, but it seemed like he beat him to the spot. How is that a foul on Thompson?
I don't know. The fact that the Knicks are like potentially going to waste a game where they've gotten this level of shooting luck is like very bothersome to me.
I mean, Breen's being kind. That was Brunson got bailed out there.
Yep.
Take advantage.
You try to.
Interesting. Hart screening for McBride. Now what are you going to do?
I don't like. Wow.
This is not your definition of beautiful offense, but they are getting something out of it.
No, it's not beautiful. Nothing beautiful about
Jeez.
this.
Okay, switching it again. Living with this.
When did OG come in? Of course, that goes down.
You said they were going to make some threes in this quarter. Hey. So ragged.
Nothing. It's just a lot of. It's a lot of nothing. There's one guy who could create advantages right now, and he's not passing because they're sticking with the one-on-one coverage. They're not sending the help.
No, they're not.
And that's why Brunson feels like Well, you're going to go back to a double-digit deficit here with 9:25 to go. What were they down 8 with 9 and change to go last night or 2 nights ago?
96-88 was the score. Yeah. And 0 shots for Cat so far in this quarter.
Yep.
And basically a spacer. Like he's really not involved in the direct actions.
Yeah. Would you? Yes. Would you have sent Campaign in the game?
I mean, I would have. I know he was horrendous in the 4 minutes, but yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
You?
For 2 minutes. See what he brings. See what he's got.
Well, you can't get it beyond 11. 24-8 free throw discrepancy attempts.
Yeah.
All right, Cat screening. Now you get a post up.
I mean, this is just exceptional defense by the Pistons.
If the Knicks have not made a couple wild contested shots, they would be down 15-20.
All right.
They haven't let go of the rope fully. It's been close.
No. They've gotten lucky. They've gotten help.
Flop.
That was not good defense. And that's Nick Ball because of Hart's hustle.
Yes.
It's potentially big. Let's see what they make out of this. Has OG hit a 3 tonight?
Can't recall one.
Oh, that's a big miss. Big miss.
That's going to foul. They're going to give him kids. Oh.
Yeah, of course. It is continuation. Now it's going to be back to 11. You're running out of time. And you're running out of energy for another push.
OG is 0 for 4 from 3.
There you go.
Oh, I thought he.
I mean, again, you can't complain because of the Pistons.
5 of 22.
It's wild that they got nothing out of that Towns post.
Yeah, and you're doubling with a big, so it's at that point you got to make them pay, but and then it gets back to spacing and all those things. But yeah, you got to, if they're going to send a double in that way, you have to make them pay.
Yep.
And what are they doing here? You're at 15 already. There's no set being
Nothing
run.
Good. Needed that. That felt big. And the putback. Okay. Oh man, we're teetering.
Yes.
Yes.
This might.
We're not running anything.
No, this is the second possession where they just haven't run a set.
They're not. Yeah,
got bailed out there. Honestly, Paul Reed's been good in this game, by the way.
Yeah, he has.
Paul Reed's been really good in this game. Every Pistons been really good in this game, except the guys that haven't made the threes. Like they have. This has been, I would say, as impressive. I mean, it's so this is going to be the conversation after this game, assuming the game goes the way it does. And honestly, even if they somehow pull this game out, this should still be the conversation. How much of the credit goes to the Detroit's defense, and how much of the blame goes to New York's offense?
Yeah, and that's going to be the tough one, and it's hard to know. Like on the first watch, there's so many elements, and it's complex. If obviously it's a combination.
Yeah, ultimately, I don't know if it matters, but I am.
Yeah,
curious.
No, I know. Well, it matters in the sense like if this was the Knicks doing here, then I think you can look to game 3, game 4, and you can have your adjustments, and you can say, all right, here's how we can attack them, or counter how they're attacking us.
Yeah.
But if this is just Detroit's physicality just being such a problem for the Knicks, and that's how I'm leaning right now, then I think it portends more of a long, drawn-out series. Because they've just been the more physical team at the point of attack, and the Knicks, as I've said many times, they don't have the sort of like ball handlers to manage that. So you have to sort of do it with the movement and with the pace, and then that is, other than the first quarter for a bit, they really haven't been able to get out and run and get them into early offense.
Yeah, and is it fair to say that the Knicks alleged outside shooters' inability to hit shots is factoring in pretty significantly here as well?
Yeah.
Inability / unwillingness. Anunoby 0 for 4, Towns 0 for 2, Brunson 3 for 8 is fine, Bridges 3 for 8 is fine, Hart not even factoring in here, but he 1 for 2, and then McBride 2 for 4, and that's everybody.
Well, Bridges, he's taken a fair amount.
At 3 for 8. 3 for 8.
Yeah, it seems like for stretches there, he was the best source of offense.
Yep.
And he's been sort of, I wouldn't say relegated to the bench, but it's been, I think, a longer stretch of time on the bench than I think I would have thought.
So you'd have Bridges coming back in here pretty soon?
I would. Yeah, I mean, he's 19 points on 8 of 14, and he's just been, he's a nice outlet when things get really bogged down. He just doesn't stop moving. And the Knicks, on these possessions, there's no movement, and he's the one guy that sort of naturally is able to move and create space. Man, 4 minutes for campaign.
Yeah, 4 bad minutes, and that was it.
Shamet 4 minutes.
The Shamet 4 minutes, I can't say I'm terribly surprised.
No, just making note of it. He didn't.
Yeah, but what's so fascinating?
Yeah, what's that?
It's like Tibbs went 2 minutes without, and they were damaging 2 minutes
without Towns and Brunson.
Without Towns or Brunson.
Yeah,
and you're like, all right, well, is he maybe not, trying to not overtax his guy. I mean, that wasn't the case. It's yeah, that was strange. That was strange.
All right, this feels like you have to get a bucket here in this possession.
Or get a good shot. How about that?
Needed
Huge.
that.
A lot of work to get it. Run them off a bunch of screens.
Yeah, but it was good offense.
No, it was good offense. You're right. And now you got to get a couple stops. OG top blocking. Denial. Man.
On the shot attempt?
Went to 7.
They're just going to hunt Brunson for the rest of this game, as they should.
Not shooting. Is shooting. Okay.
It is shooting.
By the way.
Yep.
Knicks 6 of 8 from the line. Cade Cunningham 8 of 10 from the line.
Yeah. But I cannot make this loss about the free throw discrepancy. I just can't do it.
No, I mean, it's not what it's about, but it's like if you like that was your 28 free throw. We've taken 8. Like I don't care who you're not. It's hard to win with that type of free throw disparity. And again, I'm not saying that the refs called it right or wrong. It's just that it's hard.
You know what? It's also hard to win when you go 5 of 25 or whatever the hell they've gone from 3.
Yeah, 5 of 22. That's the first thing I noticed. I said, well, why are we down 13? Like, where's the other discrepancy? I mean, points in the paint isn't that big of a discrepancy. It's 44-36. Fast break points 15 and 12. Then I see the free throws. I was like, well, there it is. Like, they've taken 28 free throws on the road.
Yeah, I know. But to me, how Detroit's physicality is impacting their offensive process and the fact that Karl-Anthony Towns coming off of a game where he was the best player on the floor, just not being a factor in the offense for one reason or whatever, that's the lead story of the game so far. Because look, you got 78 points, and you're not getting any quality looks on goal, or very rarely are you getting quality looks on goal.
Hopefully, being in a penalty for the last 6 minutes helps.
Yeah, that's actually, you know what? You get this to 10. That'll help. Oof.
Whew. Making that interesting.
PJ, I agree. Like this team is their allergicness to threes is just annoying.
It factors in. It does.
It absolutely does. All right. Got to make a move now.
It's funny. Detroit has 90 points, and you feel like the Knicks are going to have a lot of trouble getting stops here.
Don't foul him, Cat. Don't foul, Cat. There we go. All right. Let's get 2 points here. 20.
How about and Towns let him know it. As you should.
Wow.
Did he shoot? Did he step on the line?
I don't mean to be annoyed, but
the way Brunson's behaving
what was the point of this game? To get Thompson to foul out?
Yeah, or to win the
basketball game.
Yeah, no, I thought the same thing. That's obnoxious.
I think he's annoyed.
Yeah, but
I think Jalen is annoyed, and he's like, all right, you can let this dude to get this away. And that's 11 fouls in 2 games for the kid. He's getting his money's worth. But now, honestly, if you're gonna do that, go win the fucking game. Now go win the game.
And I'm sorry, I just don't think.
No, I understand.
If they win this game, they're gonna have to do something wildly different right now than they've done the entire night. And Because I don't know.
I hear you. But now go win the game.
I really hope they do.
Well, let's see if Detroit gives us the basketball. Turn up the intensity a bit.
Yeah,
give yourself one more jolt.
Yeah.
And force some turnovers.
Push the game one button. Push the button you pushed in game one. There we go. Way to get around the screen. There you go. There you go.
He's going to put it up. He's going to put it up. He's going to put it up. It's running out of time. Running out of
offensive.
Hallelujah.
Foul.
It's an awesome possession by Bridges.
Great possession by Bridges.
They have pushed. Let's see if they push the button. Good. All right. All right. There we go. There we go.
Two-possession game.
Let's see if these young boys learned anything from Saturday night. That's a good rotation, Josh.
Oh. Smartly.
That close.
No, on the floor. On the floor.
Uh-oh. Brunson headed to the locker room? Bondi just tweeted that?
He's walking to the locker room. Well, he's walking to the back. Maybe he's going to change his shoes again.
Interesting to go with Deuce here. What do you think?
Instead of Cam?
Yeah, I would have gone Deuce. Defensively, he's made a couple threes.
That's true. It's good D.
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
Josh, you mother.
No.
OG got fouled.
Don't erupt just yet.
Well,
actually, no, erupt. But
if they crumble, if these kids crumble,
don't say it. Don't say it. Please don't say it.
No one man has that power.
Don't say it.
I'm just saying.
I love how he keeps calling him Durham, like Raleigh Durham. Easily the best part of this broadcast.
That's a hell of a pass by Cade.
I mean, it was. That's
I can't. What are you doing?
So I can't begrudge. I know you said Josh. I can't begrudge Josh for.
I can't. No, you're right. When I saw that pass, I was like, oh, he literally threw it over his head. Oh, Dennis Schroeder is looking for.
Woo!
I need to get water and a mopine. Be right back.
I have to pee. And,
all right, I'll hold it down.
Hold down the fort, please.
Yeah. All right, 90-85, 4:27 left. Welcome to Playback with Knicks Film School. I'm Sean for W. And all right, John is gone, so I'll say it now. If these dudes, man, PJ, from your lips to God's ears. Like I said, it push the button that you push that button.
Getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, just thinking the same thing. Oh my god.
It's astounding to me that they're in this spot.
Listen,
it is,
we were
but
all
it isn't.
right.
I
Simply
mean,
because of what they've done all year, it's like I'm not like none of us are surprised.
No, I guess I did. So it's too much to ask for them to play defense for the majority of the game like they've played it these last few possessions, right?
Well, it changed. They brought Bridges back.
Yeah.
And he's had 2 phenomenal possessions since he came back in.
Yep. Has he been the player of the game for the Knicks so far?
Yeah, I mean, as
He's
a
up
whole, I
there.
mean, Brunson's sort of going off here in the 4th, so he's probably got a chance to take it. But I think Bridges has been very good.
Hart's made some plays.
Hart, yes. He's been the one guy that's sort of met the moment in terms of what this game has been about.
Yeah, which is why when you talk about taking him off, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying when it gets brought up about taking him off the floor for spacing, that's what makes it such a difficult conversation.
Correct.
Use 8, rotate 7, play 6, and trust 5. And that's what Tibbs is doing tonight.
What was that? Use 8?
That was Riley's, right?
It's Pat Riley. Use 8, rotate 7, play 6, and trust 5 in the playoffs.
I thought it was play 8, trust 7 in the playoffs, but that's an extended version of that. Did he really just change his shoes again?
I think he might have changed his shoes again. It would be hilarious. All right. All right. All right. Oh, that is
got lucky that didn't go in.
Yep.
All right, I think you made enough of a dent where Piston points right now don't feel like the death knell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although I feel like if it gets to 8, then I'm gonna start to get uneasy.
Well, one. Yeah.
Yeah. That one just really quick. OG let him get to his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Straight line drive.
Just momentary falling asleep.
Cat was on the left side, so he's expecting the OG to sort of shade.
Yeah.
To Cunningham's left, and that's why you get the opening.
Okay.
All right. Let's get.
Come on, man.
Just like.
What is going on?
Just inconsistency.
Up against it.
Need that.
Needed that one. Okay.
I agree with you, Mark.
What?
Get Cat involved. Good D. There we go.
Go.
Come on. Got to get 2 here.
Wow. I mean, what do you say?
Winning plays.
No, that's to say about Josh Hart.
The missed 3?
Yeah, the missed 3 and then the shot attempt there under the rim.
Oh, that was
yeah.
Great defense by Cat there on the drive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 5 on Duran.
I mean, okay.
I'll be right back.
How many timeouts is he leaving in his back pocket?
He's got 2 more now. All right, starting to get to the line a little bit. That's in this quarter alone. Knicks have taken 9 free throws to the Pistons 8.
So the tables have turned a little bit. Man, that was a good Bridges attempt. Or it was a good chance.
Yeah.
For Bridges.
Yeah. I mean, Harris, I think it was Harris. He was isolated, right? It was
Harris.
Just knocked him off his spot a little bit,
but again, that's one of those ones where it's like to feel like you need to go with the wraparound or the up and under, whatever you want to call it, on the other side of the rim, as opposed to just going straight up and trying to draw the contact.
Right. Well, yeah, that's a good point. That's been the criticism all year.
It has been the criticism all year, and it's the criticism on that play. Look, it didn't end up. Hopefully, look, we'll see. You got to stop at the other end, I guess, so it's not the end of the world. But
I mean, this has the feel, the score of a 90s game. That's what this is.
This has been 90s through and through. Man, at this point, you just hope maybe it comes down to the last shot. Watch Beasley. Watch Beasley.
All right, you pushed him left.
That's a great,
you're good. You're good.
Defense.
Oh, wow.
No. What a great look that was.
So good. Just keep it baseline. Keep it baseline. Okay. They are so rattled right now. Can you get some buckets here? Take the lead. All right. This has to be a Brunson look here. Give him some daylight.
Can we? Let's. That's good.
Taking it out of Cade's hands.
Oh, what a great pass.
That's a great
Fantastic pass. Great play, great execution.
All right. Let's get Cat involved. That's going to go in. Oh.
No, did he step on the line?
No, he was behind.
He was behind? Why would you bite on that?
Okay.
No one rotating. Yeah.
Can you make all three?
You told me not to say, what if they come back and you're like, can you make all three?
Stop. Not yet.
You're like, can you make
Stop.
Okay, guys.
Listen, man. They've battled.
Yeah, they have. Oh. All right.
Rattled. Rimmed. That's defense.
This is and
be ready to help at the rim, but you can't leave Beasley alone.
Here we go. Thank you, Carl.
Careful with the ball.
Here we go.
Holy shit, we tied the game.
Because why would they give us a foul? Come on,
fellas. Be ready to help, Hart.
Love the ball. Love the denial. No, you can't. You cannot.
Are you really shocked that went in?
No,
but no, you can't. I'm not shocked that it went in, but you got to step up on that. You can't give him an open look. Oh boy, that's not what you wanted. Got to step. No, you can't leave him open.
Go.
I'd actually. Oh!
It's just it's a great look.
Someone got to step up on. I'm sorry.
Brunson has to step up.
Step up on that. Got to step up on that. And Mark, you are ahead, so I'm going to close the chat. Why would? Yeah, I guess.
Oh man, that JB missed free throw.
Yep.
Looms.
All right. Let's get 3 here. Get a quick 3. No, get a quick 3. You can foul.
Let's get a quick 3.
I mean,
with this team, yes. No problem.
ironically,
the fact that they let us get that excited.
Got to step up. You got to step up on that shooter, on our shooter 3. Got to step up. But ironically here, I thought it was okay. He'll take a quick 2, and
that was not even close. It was not close.
You cannot do it. If they score a layup here, if they take a layup, I'm gonna be very upset.
I don't think they'll do that. Bridges is now 3 of 11 from 3. 19 points on 18 shots. Give it to the guy who has been in Olympics and World Championships and all of those sorts of stages to have that moment.
Yeah, and defies like the percentages. Like not a great.
He doesn't care
three-point
about
shooter.
the percentages,
He doesn't
which is
care.
what makes
Yeah.
him a great player. So it makes him a winning player.
Yep.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah, I mean,
now
Clyde's
why
right.
you need a 3? Why is
I would
Josh Hart in
foul.
the game?
He's your
Offensive
screener.
rebound in case.
Need that, and that's it. And that's it.
Good look.
Great look. They have 2 great looks at the last. I mean, the Bridges look and that one.
They tried to give this.
That's a hell of a win.
Give it away.
I know, but it's a hell of a. The Knicks didn't deserve to win this game.
They didn't. No, they did. They absolutely did not. But
I mean, it's frustrating nonetheless.
nothing.
And that place is going to be. I mean, it would have been insane anyway, but the place is going to be insane on Thursday.
And I'm curious to see what the whistle's going to look like in Detroit. And we're not the type of team that's going to like pull a Rick Carlisle and start bitching about calls.
Well, it's hard to also.
It's hard to
complain too when
yeah.
the fourth quarter it flipped.
It evened out.
Yeah.
It didn't quite even out, but it was Knicks got. They don't win. They're not in contention in this game if they don't take a ton of free throws.
Yeah.
I mean the big takeaway is like Towns being a non-factor and how that's allowed to happen.
Great game from Duran.
Both centers, Reed and Duran.
Oh yeah, no, all of the Pistons centers were very impactful. Absolutely. What petrifies you if you're the Knicks is that Hardaway and Beasley combined to go 1 of 14 from deep in this game.
How do you lose a game when those 2 shooters go 1 of 14?
You're inept on offense.
The same way you win a game when they shoot 50% from 3.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. They couldn't miss, then lost. They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn and they won.
Frustrating.
Very.
All right. We're going to get out of here as soon as this goes final. And head over to the Knicks Film School YouTube channel to do the post game. Are they getting to 3 now? I was about to say. All right. So if you want to hear our extended thoughts about the rest of this game, we hope to see everybody there. On behalf of Andrew Claudio, Sean with the W, and DJ Zulo, we will catch you later. Peace out.
See you in a bit.